We're here, the Hight Today Show with Mason Smith. What's up, y'all? Thanks for coming on, man.
Thanks for having me, man.
Thanks again here. Cheers.
Excited.
Boom of the High Noon Podcast.
Check it out.
And it's not the high you think.
No, it's more like it's more like just because I like westerns, but we'll smoke every now and again on there.
You are a Western vibe.
Yeah,
you're a cowboy vibe.
Yeah, I grew up. Me and my grandpa I would watch every Wednesday. It was Western Wednesdays on
CMT.
No, Turner Classic Movies.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I'm dyslexic.
So TCM.
TCM.
Yeah. And it was every Wednesday, and like the Riflemen would come on, and like there was a whole, and then obviously all the John Waynes would come on. It was,
man, looking back, they don't do it like that no more.
I don't even know if that even is a thing anymore.
My
the
favorite,
Turner Classic Movies.
They have them.
Is it still a thing?
Oh yeah, it's an app now. They got Turner Classic fucking Plus. Yeah.
My TV, I got like a smart TV, and it's got this like stock, like if you didn't have like apps, it's like got like stock channels, I guess, like cable essentially, but it's like free. And I have a whole Western channel, and before we do the podcast, we'll throw on a Western.
The most modern Western I like is other than, I guess, what was that movie?
Django.
Django kind of counts, but I like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood more. The Hollywood movie he was
where he's the actor
Western in that. I like that.
Right,
that was my favorite part of the movie. I was like, man, I wish he had just made that movie.
Right. A lot of people have said, I've heard that from a lot of people.
I swear.
Did you not like Hateful Eight?
Nah, it's too long.
Really?
It was too long.
Dude, Django and Hateful Eight are both
and Westerns
awesome
in wintertime is not my favorite. I like just summertime Westerns.
The classic, like deserty.
Tombstone, top of the line. I've been there. I've been there as a kid several times. My stepdad lived in Arizona, so we'd go visit family, and they would just take us to that town. And it was fascinating. I was like, wow. I mean, other than the movie being so fucking good, Val Kilmer, all those guys, all those heroic fucking...
Bill Paxton.
Yeah. Rest in peace. God damn it. And
Sam Elliott.
Yeah, he's still alive.
Yeah.
The oldest one of that group. Who would have thought he would have lived out of all of them?
He's going to live longer than Miley Cyrus.
He actually seems healthy. His mustache.
I just watched Big Lebowski the other day. He's like the narrator, you know?
Yeah, that's not my even. Is it the Coens?
Yeah, I think
Yeah, I like my favorite from them is Llewellyn Davis.
I don't even know what that one. I don't know that one.
Oh, you got to watch that one. That one's when it's like the closest to being a comedian. It's about a musician. But it's the closest thing to being like what it feels like to be a running around comedian with your fucking head chopped off.
Oh, okay.
Just trying to get shit done.
Is it about a comedian?
No, it's about an open mic musician right before Bob Dylan hits big in New York and shit. So it's just like he's struggling in the underground scene and whatnot. Really fucking good. He's like babysitting a cat. How long you been doing comedy?
It'd be 6 years this year.
No shit. But you didn't start out here?
No, I started in Boston in 2018.
Oh, okay. And why'd you come out here?
6 years. For comedy. Yeah. Well, and like I was like, at the time, like comedy was kind of like fucking up my marriage too.
Yeah. How long were you married?
Well, we were together for like 8 years.
Okay.
But married for 3 or 4.
Fucking A.
Yeah, but like once the pandemic like was over and like Boston opened up full, because I was having to go to Rhode Island to do open mics and shows and stuff because Providence opened before Boston did. So we would I had to drive to Providence all the time for comedy.
How long is that?
Well, because when you would drive there, it would take like 1:40 because of traffic and everything. But on the way home, I could get home in like a half hour.
That's the fucking sacrifices we make, huh?
Yeah, and she was just not too happy about about all the
you could have spent that time with her because she knew you before you were a comedian. Yeah,
I started comedy after we got married. Which she was like, "Yeah, I didn't know you were gonna like it this much."
What got you into it?
Well, because she was like, "You need a hobby."
She told you to do it.
Yeah.
Whoopsie.
And by the way, we're on great terms now. Like we
That's what I was gonna ask. She was on a podcast.
Yeah, she just did High Noon when she was here last month. or in December.
Good terms.
Like we're on
That's
great
really
yeah.
great terms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, it's fine. It's still not, I mean, we're still divorced, so I don't know how fine it is, but.
At least y'all never had a kid. It would have been rougher. Y'all had a dog or something.
Yeah, we had a dog and a cat.
That's bad enough, I bet.
Yeah, it sucked. having to leave my babies.
Oh no. Oh.
But like when I go to Boston, I stay with her. Mm-hmm. So I get to see the dog and the cat.
Yeah, that means
we're on really good terms now. But yeah, comedy for sure like had a huge part in ruining my marriage.
It's a mistress. Comedy is a whole nother female.
Yeah.
Like the type of attention you have to give this to be good at something, you'd have to be good at a relationship. You know, like that's the attention that you give a woman.
Yeah, it's
thinking
insane.
about it every fucking night. And to be on dates with her, she don't want you thinking about jokes.
No, when we would have people over, she would specifically go like, no comedy talk. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it
This
anymore.
is who you are now.
I'm like, what do you mean no comedy talk? Comedy's life now. What do you mean?
What were you doing before that?
Just welding and drinking.
I was going to say, I swear to God, I thought welding in my mind.
Yeah, I was a welder for 11 years.
Wow, you're a good one then, huh? Yeah, that's good. Fuck. I mean, to walk away from welding.
I mean, that was easy. Because
You could pick it up any day now. Right?
Oh, yeah.
You could just be a welder again.
Yeah, but I'm not going to. I sold all my shit when I moved here.
Yeah.
Because I was like, you're going full in or not at all. And I was like, fuck welding. And I got rid of all my shit.
How long did you do that?
Did I weld?
Yeah.
I was a welder for 11 years.
11 years. From so out of high school.
So, yeah. Yeah, but like the longest, so there was a few times in between where like I would either like when I first moved to Boston, I didn't have my truck, so I wasn't able to weld for like the first like 6 or 10 months or so of living there. But then when I got my truck back, I immediately started welding again.
That's like an art.
The longest streak, though,
I've seen good welding. It's sexy. It's
yeah, I mean, it's very
smooth.
satisfying.
Yeah.
Especially TIG welding.
Mm.
Like you lay a nice bead down with that. Like it's very satisfying.
I don't know why it won't be able to be. I mean, that's one of the few things. It's like it's not going to be taken over by a computer. I've seen welding robots and
they
shit.
have that, yeah.
But it's just like it's still going to be around for people constantly.
Yeah, I mean, some stuff you have to do it by hand. Like
yeah. What were you specializing in?
Well, I did everything. I had a millwright job for like 18 months once, and I hated that. That's like where you go like. You get like contracts to go into like a factory or something and do maintenance, or like for example, the biggest one we did, you know, Bob Kraft, the guy that owns the New England Patriots.
Oh, okay.
So he's like a filthy rich guy, and he owns this like a recycling cardboard factory, and we had to go in and we replaced all their like piping up in the ceiling, and so like you had to go up and you were cutting the old piping off and attaching the new piping. And it was just a shit ton of pipe welding and up on a scissor lift.
You were hanging?
I was on a scissor lift, and you had to like figure out a way to like, you had to weld above your head, climb up on top of the pipe once you got it in place, set on the pipe, weld the top.
That's good fucking money though.
It was all right. It's not as good as you would because it wasn't union.
Oh.
And I tried to get in the union because if you're journeyman welder in the union in Boston, you make like $48 an hour. And but they were trying to make me be an apprentice. And I was like, dude, I've been doing this for 9 years. I'm not gonna start over and fucking be an apprentice. No way. Mm-hmm. And it was gonna be a pay cut from what I was already making.
Fuck that.
And but because I'm not from there and I didn't know anybody, so I had no like, I didn't have any ends, you know.
And so
I told him no way. And
you were doing that for 11 years.
Yeah.
And then your wife tells you one day you should just try comedy.
Yeah, because like I would wake up, I was working like 6 days a week welding, and I would get off and I would like go to the gym, and then I would come home and I would just drink till it was time to go to bed. I had nothing going on.
You know, just watch Westerns?
Yeah. Yeah, I was literally, I had nothing going on in life.
Did you want anything?
Yeah, but I didn't know what. Like, I was just like, because I always wanted to be, when I was young, like I always wanted to be an actor.
Okay.
And then like, because I've been on stage since I was like 4 or 5.
Doing
Doing plays and stuff. And then I was in a metal band for a couple years.
That's badass.
I play drums. So,
okay.
But like, I was like, yeah, I got to do something.
So you like performing already?
Yeah.
You were already performing other than welding?
Yeah.
And were you in the metal band leading up to like...
No, I just did that in high school. And then after I graduated, we all went separate ways. Like one of them, this is true. One of my, he's not my friend. Let me be clear on this.
Your bandmates.
So let me tell you about my bandmates and what they're up to now.
What was your metal band called?
Soul Stripped.
All right.
And you can actually, can you look stuff up? If you go to,
Yeah.
I can actually show, if you go to YouTube, and I think because it's mine, because like I played it on another podcast and nothing happened.
Yeah, you won't copyright us, will you?
No, yeah, because it's my shit, so I think it's fine. Yeah, Soul Stripped, and then type in Endless War.
And you were the drums.
So that right there, that top one, that's us. If you can play a little bit if you want. Yeah.
Oh, you're hardcore, dude.
Yeah, dude. So this guitar player, he's a Nazi now.
Oh, okay. Thanks for telling us.
Yeah, not a friend. The other guitar player, he's like a meth head now, I believe.
Wow.
I don't know where. Yeah.
And what do you play?
I'm the drums. Yeah.
So you just... Fuck,
yeah.
that's scary.
Yeah.
That's what I've been to those before. My friend would take me to these live.
Yeah.
And the pig
Dude,
squealing.
metal concerts are great.
They lose. My friend lost his shoe, and like they would do walls.
Right. Yeah. And then they mosh.
Oh,
you get the circle pit going.
And then they would hit each other. They would be swinging
I
their
don't like
arms.
that. I never got into
and
that.
I was like, so are they trying to hit each other? Do they want to fight? And he's like, they're not fighting. They're just dancing.
Yeah, slam dancing, I think.
And I was like,
it.
okay, but they're kind of like hitting each other. Like they are getting into the position to punch each other in the face. Like they make it
That'll
seem
happen
random.
too. Yeah.
They make it seem random, but then like you didn't just wander over to fucking 5 people as you were swinging your arms.
Yeah.
You did that on purpose. You could have been swinging your arms where there was nobody. I've seen them.
Yeah.
They fucking go towards people while they're doing it, but they love it. It's all accepted.
I hate it.
Oh.
That's the shit
They
that
would
I
do
never
that
liked.
for y'all while you were performing. They would do that.
So that type of dancing is usually more like it's called like hardcore.
That's
and
pretty hardcore.
This was like considered like groove metal, like class, like because we pretty much were mimicking Lamb of God, except for not half as technical.
Okay,
you know, because that's who that lead singer. Oh, so the lead singer, he's dead.
The Nazi died?
No, the Nazi's still alive. Unfortunately. But no, that lead singer, he R.I.P. He passed away a few years ago. But yeah, that slam dancing though is more of the hardcore stuff. And that, you know what's crazy? Christian metal is considered like the biggest type of metal right now.
Really?
It's like huge right now, and it's like that, but it's more like the slam dancing stuff.
And they're praising God?
Yeah.
It's that voice.
Yeah, but they're talking about like Christian stuff. Like, do you like metal? Do you listen to, As I Lay Dying?
Yeah.
So do you know about As I Lay Dying?
No.
Their lead singer, so they were like a Christian metal band, kinda.
Okay.
And their lead singer went to prison for trying to hire a hitman to kill his wife.
Oh my God.
He's out now, and he started another band, the Austrian Death Machine.
See, this is aggressive music.
Yeah.
It is. Like I like rap. My favorite is Kanye, but he doesn't talk about killing people, not necessarily. You know. But there is like versions of this in every genre. You know, there's hardcore rap that talks about just shooting each other, and this is the white people version of that. You know,
Yeah.
Like, this is.
Unless they're the Christian one, and then they're like,
But even then, I still feel like I haven't heard that Christian version of this, but it still comes from a very scary place.
yeah, there still seems very angry.
Yeah, it's aggressive.
Yeah.
You know, and I bet they still stomp and shit at those.
Yeah, oh,
Christian.
they do.
Yeah, they still swing their arms.
Yeah, and
for
they
God.
they perform at like those non-denominational churches.
I mean, religion fascinates me. I don't consider myself anything but like.
Well, so there's like a sect of Christianity where they consider themselves like non-denominational, So it's like they don't claim to be Baptists or anything like that. And they try to be progressive. So there's always like a hip band that play, you know, that like always, and they try to sing like poppy Christian songs. Yeah. But it's a very popular thing with the youth.
To just like go hard like that.
Yeah. Like it's like a social thing or whatever. But
I would love to see a pit at a church.
Yeah, dude, and I'm sure I know they must. I'm sure they happen. Yeah,
yeah,
moshing for Jesus. Yeah,
it's still just as aggressive, and no,
it is weird. No, you're not wrong. It's weird.
You're angry. They're angry.
I mean, he was angry. He was an angry kid for sure.
All right, so you knew these guys going up.
Yeah, so they were all older than me, and I met them when I was in high school.
Oh, okay. And they were like, they saw you drumming.
Yeah, so someone gave them my name to audition for Soul Stripped, and I got the gig. And
you're just a kid, and you're like, I just really want to be in a band.
Yeah. Well, and also I loved metal. Like I was like, and I had a double bass Pearl drum set with a wraparound Gibraltar rack. Literally, when we would play gigs, people would like see us pull up, and it looked like fucking Lamb of God was setting up a drum set. Like,
where would y'all play at?
Well, the coolest spots we did in Little Rock, Arkansas were Juanita's. We did Juanita's a couple times and Vino's like once or twice, which are both very popular venues.
Okay.
In Little Rock for metal and shit and rock music.
Big audience.
I mean, the Battle of the Bands were kind of cool because it was all the other bands, so it felt like there was a crowd. But it's kind of like doing a bringer show.
Yeah. You know? Okay. But you would perform in front of people at least. It's just like, you know.
Yeah, we had like 35 minutes.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
And you did that way before you did comedy. You never did any jokes up there while you're none of that.
No, but I've always loved laughing and joking around. That's always been there, you know.
You're always goofing around.
You know what's funny? I was telling someone this the other day. Like, so I like to do puns on High Noon. I think it's fun to do puns, and I'm a big fan of like Tuesdays with Stories. So I listen every week, and I'll try to so their podcast, Mark Norman and Joe List do a lot of puns, and I try to beat them to the pun. It's like a fun thing I do while I'm listening. And sometimes I'll do one and then they'll do it. And I'm like, oh, that was a good one. But what's fun I was going to say is I was doing puns in high school. Me and my friends would do puns for fun.
Puns for fun.
Yeah.
The Puns for Fun club.
Yeah.
And so you'd be doing plays. Would you do the improv troupe?
No, I did. I was in drama or whatever in high school.
Hardcore acting. But you said from 4.
Yeah, I was acting in churches too.
Oh,
I went to church a lot when I was.
You played Jesus and stuff.
Yeah, no, but I was in plays though. At like usually it was the Christmas play. That was like the big one. I also played drums at church.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fucking A.
Which was slow going.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I grew up in a Southern Baptist church, and they're not the most hip.
I went to Spanish churches, and they all they would
Catholic.
I think so. They would be crying and speaking in tongues.
I don't like that shit.
And the pastor would be yelling, you know, and I don't know what he's saying. It's Spanish.
Yeah, you don't speak Spanish?
It was my first language, but I just let it go. I other than talking to my parents, and I understand it a little bit. For them to be yelling like that, it completely lost me. I knew they were talking about God and stuff, but it was just. I was always fascinated with the control of the room and making people really feel shit. You know, it's fascinating, but I never bought into it completely.
Right? Yeah. You know what's funny, dude? I grew up going to church and did the whole go church camp and got baptized and all. Did the whole thing, right? And looking back, I don't think I ever really thought any of it was actually what it was I don't want to say not real because it sounds kind of mean, but I don't think I ever really was that into it.
I looked at everyone else and I saw them. I was like, they're feeling something. If anything's happening here right now, they believe and they're crying and they're emotional and they're standing and shit and they're tired. They're dancing around. I see old people that wouldn't have energy otherwise, just fucking moving and shit.
You ever see the ones where they're
real shit.
They're vibrating across the stage.
And then the pastor will come over and touch their head,
and then they fly back.
Yeah, and it's what's going on? on?
It's weird.
And I'm like, what? All right, I let it in. I'm like, all right, I invite that. All right, I'm gonna try it. You know, I stood there, I put my hands up.
Did you try the hand thing?
I let it come. I was like, come on, just let me feel something.
And nothing
happened.
Yeah.
And everyone around me was like, good job.
Yeah.
Just for trying, just for looking like something. And I was like, maybe that's what everyone else is doing.
Yeah.
Is just faking it so they make it. And I'm much more spiritual now that I'm older. You know, like I believe in like good and bad and evil and shit, like demons, God. I don't know who God is. I don't know which denomination.
Right.
I like reading all Bibles I can get a hold of. You know, I've read like some of fucking Quran. I've read like random old Bibles. I like shit in other languages. But I don't subscribe to anything. You know, I'm just fascinated by all of it.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. I think that pastors are a thing. I think that like, especially the big name guys, the fucking ones that make money on this shit.
Like Joel Osteen.
Yeah. Big old fucking stadiums.
Did you ever see the video of the old guy that's like, he's getting interviewed. He's like a big mega church preacher. And the lady goes, why do you have a private jet?
Oh, and that guy looks like a demon.
He's like, Jesus wants me to have a private jet so that way I'm not around the demons and the bad people in the world.
I've seen that. Oh, yeah. That's a very popular one.
And then he tells her, he goes, he basically tells her to shut the fuck up. Mm-hmm. He's like, who are you to ask me that? Like, essentially.
He says that as he's getting into his private jet.
Yeah. And shredded by Brave Reporter.
Oh, man. He looks scary because he looks like he's got some work done.
The private jet guy. I think,
the very top one. He's so scary. He's weird.
Oh, shit. Looking. I didn't know you were looking at one, too. Oh,
yeah,
cool.
we got all the angles here.
This is a highbrow show.
Uh-huh. No. So you did that. You were doing acting in the churches
and some school stuff and yeah. Oh, I also this is a funny thing I did. I auditioned to be the kid in the movie Jesse James with Brad Pitt when he beats up the kid in the barn. I didn't get the part. And
where were the auditions held?
In Little Rock. Because I had gotten this like a free like. You get to sign up to get headshots and then they give you auditions and stuff. It was called The Agency, but it was like a casting agency. It was the same casting director that did she did like Big Fish and Sling Blade. She was like friends with Billy Bob Thornton.
Wow,
because he's from Arkansas.
And so, I mean, I never saw that. I don't know which kid
Sling Blade's a great movie.
I like Sling Blade. No, I was talking about the one you auditioned for.
Oh, it's called Jesse. I think it's called The Outlaw Jesse James. It's an even longer title than that.
It's got Sam Rockwell,
the one with Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the one with Brad Pitt. I don't even think I ever watched it because I was just upset I didn't get the part.
Did you ever get in anything like that?
No, nothing ever came of it. But it was fun to audition. Like, it was with another actor who was like who was gonna play. You know, he was doing the Jesse James part, and I remember he's like, "All right, so I'm gonna throw you down. I'm gonna like." He's like, "It's gonna be a little physical, but I'm not gonna hurt you." You know, and it was cool. Like I got really into it. We did like 13, 14 takes. It was really fun.
Did you ever end up doing like any type of background acting or anything like that on sets?
No, but I want to do that here. Yeah. I would like to try to get into like some commercials or something just for like extra money.
They got that shit out here.
Yeah, because my producer, Nick Corey, was just in like a Dole commercial.
Right.
Like the pineapple juice.
Mm-hmm. I've been seeing them. They do that shit all the time around here.
I want to try to get into something like that. I just got to fucking stop getting high and saying I'm going to sign up later.
I know, man. There's a difference. It's a good thing to think about it. Even
you know what's funny? The only thing I'm not lazy about is my podcast and my stand up. I don't do any. I wish I would do more extra stuff.
It's important.
I was in Nat's. So I've been in a few sketches. I was in some sketches in Boston, but I was in Nat's. The sketch show. It was called TV Sketch Show that he did. I was in one of those with Kyle Dowdy.
No kidding.
And that was a lot of fun. Yeah.
And you like acting?
I do. Well, yeah, I like. Did you see my workout video I made? It's a spoof. Like,
That's something I'd like to bring up.
yeah. I mean, I was
Is that on your
really,
Instagram?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was actually, so I improv the whole thing, and that was really fun. I loved doing that. Because the one thing I don't really like about acting is like the memorizing other people's shit.
Mm-hmm. Here, you want to take this?
I'll do this one.
All right.
That way I don't have to keep moving from this. But yeah, I do like acting, and people. Nat told me I'm pretty good at it, so I'll take his opinion.
You should keep going, man.
Yeah,
I think that good comedians, man, there's something about we understand all ranges of emotion automatically.
So there's like shorter versions. That way you don't have to. So that one at the top is the full one, but you don't have to click that. If you go down.
You can go find him at Mason Smith Comedian.
So that one right there on the left, that's like a shorter one.
And what were you doing in this?
It's just like I just thought it'd be fun to make like a work because I got back in shape again last year.
Good job.
And I thought it was kind of like a funny thing to because I bought this ice bath that sucked, because it's too hot here, and so I bought the ice bath. I set it up. I was so excited. And I went and bought 6 bags of ice. I came back. I literally had it all ready to go. I put all the ice in, and by the time I got in my underwear to get in, the ice was melted.
What?
And I go, that's really fun. I was like, that'd be a funny sketch. To like a guy, I'm excited to do the ice bath, and then
Son of a bitch, did you return that big old tub or
no? I mean, when it's not as hot, you could use it. I don't use it. It was a waste of money. I just thought everyone's talking about ice baths, and so I thought it'd be funny. And then I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's at least use it for a sketch.
Was it a good tub?
Let's
That
let's see
bottom
this
one.
thing.
Do the one below that one.
This one?
Yeah, because that one actually shows me setting it up.
Okay.
It doesn't take very long at all. It's very, very convenient, this one. It's quite easy once you figure it out.
I see.
Yeah, it's so stupid.
What the fuck? Look at your dog. Oh my! A hand pump.
Yeah. So dumb.
Okay, so yeah, of course the ice wouldn't stay.
Right.
Gas station.
It's literally the dumbest fucking thing.
Did it leak at all?
Well, so that's I thought this was. I was like, yeah. Anyways, but
Oh,
The water should be nice and filled up. Let's go check on it.
it wasn't.
Damn it.
Yeah,
Fuck me.
it's just been going on its own.
Yeah.
Don't film that.
He
But,
didn't let you know. He didn't tell you.
well, that was a bit.
Okay.
I just thought that was funny, but no, for real. When I did do it though, the ice melted, and it was just a waste of time and money.
Damn
and I
it.
was like, I think that'd be a funny idea for a sketch.
That's hilarious. All right, so you've been doing comedy now. You've been out here in Austin. Why'd you choose Austin over any other city?
Honestly, well, so I used to watch Kill Tony. That was one of the things that Carrie and I would do. Every Monday, we would watch Kill Tony, and so we watched it. Them move to here, and they were doing it at Antone's, and we watched all of that. In the beginning, all the different people coming in, and there's still people that are around now that I saw on Kill Tony that I'm now friends with. And I was like, man, it's booming down there. There's something big's going on. And then while that's happening, my wife and I weren't really getting along. So that was just kind of something I was just man, I don't know. If she tells me to leave, I might go to Austin. and then Nat moved here in September of 2021. And that was right around the time that her and I were all right, we're about to get a divorce. And so he moved here, and I called him, and I was like, dude, I think we're about to split up. I was like, do you think I could come stay with you for a couple weeks? And he was like, give me a month to get situated, and then yeah, you can come. I got an extra room. You can come crash for a couple weeks. I remember I stayed with him for 17 days, and then I got so lucky because of Chad J. He fucking saved my. I don't know what I was gonna do if I wouldn't have met Chad. I don't know what I would have done, because I didn't have too long to be at Nat's, and thankfully I met Chad.
He's such a sweetheart.
Oh, I love Chad. I mean, literally, I don't know what I would have done if I wouldn't have met him.
Yeah.
Like, and then he let me move into that house that I live in now.
Fucking A, and it's happily ever after.
Yeah, and like, dude, the amount of stage time here is just on another level. Like, just downtown, there's like 6 fucking clubs, basically.
Yeah,
like,
I was trying to count them all.
There's Creek, Roscoe's, Velveeta Room or whatever.
At least 9.
Mothership, Black Rabbit, Vulcan.
I haven't even been to Black
6.
Rabbit yet.
Oh, Sunset, that's 7.
I haven't been to. I haven't been to Black Rabbit.
Austin.
I haven't been to the new fucking
right.
Cap City even.
Yeah, I don't count that one as.
I was going to say the same thing.
Yeah,
What is it?
That's so corporate. Like it's
corporate.
Like you don't hang. Like
was the original Cap City corporate too?
I don't know.
That's the only thing they ever had here. Imagine. That's
I'm not sure.
it. That was the one
and
fucking thing.
There was Velveeta.
Velveeta and Cap.
Yeah.
Wow.
And there was something else where Roscoe's.
That's right.
Bobos.
It was called something theater, wasn't it?
And it had stadium seating.
That's right.
And
By the way, dude, Roscoe's they've really fucking fixed it up. It's nice as shit in there.
yeah, I do the Tuesdays there for
cool.
Poke the Bear. It's a lot of fun. And yeah, it's like they roast people and shit. Fucking A, Mason. The High Noon podcast. You go on. It's mostly White Claws, yeah.
Well, I call these my breakfast beers because I don't really like to have a Miller Lite when I first wake up.
Okay.
Like it's like to go do a pod. It's hard to drink a Miller Lite like right away. But by the way, White Claws are gross. Miller Lite, I still want you to sponsor me. We have a going bit on High Noon. It's not a bit. I really genuinely want to be sponsored by Miller Lite, and I keep telling them I will get a photorealistic can of Miller Lite tattooed on my arm.
Yeah.
For the sponsorship.
Where would you put it?
I don't know. Maybe like just blatantly right there. Or maybe my leg. I don't know.
Who else do they sponsor?
Well, so like, I don't think it's out of the realm, if I could get my podcast to take off because, Bud Light sponsors Post Malone.
Okay.
And he's obviously
and Shane,
massive.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Is it an official?
That was a recent thing, right?
I heard.
Oh, that's amazing.
That was super. That was like yesterday
Light,
or something.
You gotta get with the program. You gotta get. I'm right here. And Nicholas.
And you're at the same level as them, right?
No, but I just really enjoy the product. I guess you'd be more like doing me a favor, but. And Nick told me I gotta stop saying that I'll do it for no money. So.
As long as they give you a bunch of free beer.
A little bit of money, I guess, but. I would honestly be okay with just the free beer.
They'd get you a lot.
Yeah. That is one of my life goals. One of my life goals is to be sponsored by Miller Lite.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing, man.
Yeah.
I wanted a weed sponsor, and that's what I got. I got.
Oh, and you got someone that's Can you say? Are you allowed to say it?
Jeremy Greens gives a joint to every guest that comes out to watch the show.
Cool.
And that comes on the show. We give him a little goodie bag with his stuff. And
that's awesome.
He's a local farmer, and he's in all the smoke shops around Austin. He's a cool guy. We've had him on here. It's fun. I never thought it would happen, but yeah, I wanted to get to the point where I was like paid every time I smoke weed, and it's almost there.
That's sick.
It's almost there.
How long you been working on the live show of this?
The Hight Tonight show on stage. I was doing it in LA in like.
Oh, I always forget you were out in LA.
Yeah, I was out there for like 7 years.
You're the first. You were one of the first comedians that I met here because me and Nat came to Mueller we thought it was just going to be an open mic, but it was the Netflix thing. And they made us all sign these papers. And I remember people were like, it was just an open mic that they filmed Michael Fractor coming to. Mm-hmm. And I remember everyone was like, oh, it says here that whatever you say that they can use it. Well, I'm going to do my worst joke. Like everyone was like,
and they didn't do anyone's jokes. They didn't even do Michael's jokes.
Yeah. Dude, do you remember that he goes on and they go cut? They said cut, and they made him fucking go up again.
God damn.
I felt bad for him. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I don't talk about it much because it's only like literally less than 5 seconds.
But you're in it, and I'm in it too. You can see me and Doug Allen.
Me and you show up. Our faces show up for a whole like scene.
Just quick second.
Wow. And I was hosting it, and it was just a mic that I did. It's the first airport of Austin. It's in a big old hangar in a park out there. And they used to park airplanes and shit in it, and now it's just like it's like a sightseeing thing next to a playground.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. It's just a playground now, and so now that that I saw the tables and shit, I knew comedians would come, so I'd set that up, and then I was just like, I had a boombox out there, and I was just like have comedians, performing in the middle of a park towards the evening time.
Wait, is that the lake one too that you're talking about?
The lake. It's next to a lake.
But you don't run the you weren't the one doing the one that's called the lake mic, were you?
No, that was a whole nother mic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was Tuesday nights, I think, closer to downtown.
Oh, okay.
But this was Mueller Park.
Right, that's right. Because that's by my house kind of.
Yeah, and I didn't know that it was Netflix hitting me up. They just said like, hey, this is a major streaming service that wants to do. We're filming what is it? Some
20-somethings.
20-somethings. It's supposed to be a reality series, but they didn't film it. Like,
boy, I tell you, seeing that behind the scenes, I was like,
they
really?
filmed him leaving like 8 times.
Dude, they kept making him. That's right.
And I was like, what's going on?
They kept making him back up and pull back in. Yeah, that was
reality.
And, I always knew that those shows were bullshit, but I didn't know it was like. I thought that they just filmed everything.
Yeah, like a TV show girlfriend.
And then, crazy.
And he brought her with him and shit.
Yeah.
It was like a date. I was like, you don't take dates on a fucking open mic.
Yeah, especially one that hot. She was a smoke show too.
But it was cool. Yeah, I got a Netflix credit. Yeah. I got a Hight. I'm a host. I'm a host. A Netflix comedy host. That's a thing. I mean, if I cared more, I'd use that, but I don't. That's weird. I don't want to tell.
Yeah, well,
I'd use.
Someone goes, "Well, wait, where can I see it?"
Yeah, I'm like, oh, go to episode 4 on Netflix.
Yeah, is that actually the episode?
Yeah, and then like it's 20-somethings, and then go skip to like 15 and a half minutes in, and then don't blink.
Yeah, and then also don't blink again, and you'll see me not laughing. You'll see me just pissed, sit there, because I was like. I was mad because I thought we were going to a mic.
It is a mic.
No.
It was supposed to be a mic.
You know that, but remember how they just took the whole thing over, and I was like, well, they just fucked me over on my 3 minutes.
Oh yeah.
My worst material.
Yeah.
There's like 5 cameras. You know what?
I'm just gonna go up and tell them my worst.
Any other night, it's all it was. It was just fuckers fucking around in a hangar, But just because those cameras, man, it's Netflix. They show it up. I was like, what's going on?
It was a production, dude.
Yeah.
They were like. They brought lights in and like they literally set up cameras on like attached to the beams and shit. Like it was crazy to see. It was honestly looking back, it was kind of cool to see. Like just like to see how that all works. Mm-hmm. And I had only been here for like dude, I think I had maybe been here for 2 or 3 weeks when we went and did that.
Yeah.
Because I got here October 1st of 21.
Yeah, I wasn't here that long either. From LA, and it was funny because all that time that I'd spent in LA, I'd never gotten that close to being in front of a camera.
Right.
I did some extras casting. I did some side work shit like Nickelodeon and NBC. I was like standing near the bushes, and they'd feed you and whatnot.
Yeah.
And you'd be in a city or you'd be in the bleachers. That's fun, but
you would get like $50.
Yeah, no, like 100 and free food. Yeah, and it was nice. I mean, all you did was stand around, and it was like really fake cities. Like you went to this fucking, it was really cool shit, like old Hollywood shit.
I've never been to LA.
Oh man, you'd have fun.
I love San Diego.
Yeah,
I like to go to. Actually, my ex and I went to Ocean Beach last year, right around this time, February, and it was great. Perfect weather. You ever been to OB?
I grew up in Anaheim, California.
Oh, cool.
So SD all the way to LA, but I didn't fuck with LA that much.
Yeah, I think San Diego, like if there was a city,
Oceanside.
yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
I
Gaslamp
love
District.
San Diego.
If you ever played like Grand Theft Auto San Andreas,
Yeah, I remember
you've
that.
been there.
Yeah.
You know, that's what it is. It really is that.
Dude, I looked up old footage of old Grand Theft Auto, like GTA 3 and Grand Theft Auto San Andreas on PS2. Terrible graphics. They're blocky and like but when you think about it, when you were that age, how old are you?
It was so realistic. I'm 30 now.
Yeah, so I'm going to be 33 this year. And looking back, I remember thinking, man, these graphics are great.
Yeah.
And now you look at it, you're like, this is dog shit.
Beating this cartoonish hooker.
Yeah.
You know, like
and then when she would get in the car would just move. But they were both sitting in the path, not even touching. And then now GTA 5, she crawls over and at least gets on you,
Oh, yeah.
GTA 6 is apparently going to be like,
I seen the commercial.
next level.
I'm pretty excited.
The fucking Modern Warfares now, the military games, insane, dude.
Yeah, it's been a little bit since I played them.
I
playing
can't
the phone ones
responsibly
now.
have a system.
Yeah.
No.
If I get back on it, I'd have to stream it just to get some most like the production out of it as possible.
That way you can feel like
Talking
you're
shit at
get on
least.
Stitch or
anything.
Switch.
Yeah.
Switch.
All of them.
It just shows you I'm a little
Twitch.
Is it
It
Twitch?
is Twitch.
Twitch is
It's
the
Twitch.
streaming platform.
I was trying to think of
There's
Twitch.
other ones. There's new ones.
God.
And
It's too early, man.
they're not even gamers
That's
anymore.
fucking true. This is early, dude.
It is.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's one.
My dog wouldn't even get out of the bed. he literally was groaning at me and was like, "What the fuck are you doing? I would just now be waking up normally."
Yeah, just rolling over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Me too.
Yeah. Because not only do we live a nightlife lifestyle, I also work a fucking nightlife job.
Oh yeah.
So like I don't get home till fucking 2:30, 3 in the morning. And I'm wired. Like when I get home, I'm like, those 2 Red Bulls I drank are kicking in still. And then, I try not to drink at home. Like when I get home, like I try not to keep anything like in the fridge because I don't want to just sit and drink Miller Lights, 6 more Miller Lights at 4 in the morning.
Is that what it turns into?
Well, because I'm just sitting there and I'm awake. So now what I've done that helps me to not want to do that, edibles. The only bummer about the edibles is the next day when I wake up, my eyes are always high.
Yep.
Like my face is high the next day.
It's in your skin. It's
and I'm always like,
resting.
I wake up, I'm like, motherfucker.
You're groggy.
And I don't like that. I don't let it,
I get used to it.
Yeah, well, you just say, then you just rip the bong.
It's
like
just
when
normal now.
Yeah, it's like this is life.
Yeah.
I guess.
No, you wake up eventually.
Yeah, well, and then I'll I go to the gym and kick. It's fine.
So what do
'Cause
you
I like
do?
to get high before I go to the gym too.
I like drinking before I go to the gym.
Ew.
I like getting a little buzz on. I'll go 3 beers in and go fucking work out. I
Dude,
swear
just
to
the
God.
thought of that makes
I
me
swear
feel
to God.
numb.
I'll
Dude,
take a shot in a beer and go lift.
That's disgusting.
I swear to God I will.
That's
no.
fun. No, it's not.
I had fun.
That's gross, dude. What? Dude, I almost puked on the way here. The thought of drinking a beer and going to the gym sounds.
I get energized. I swear I do.
I get what you mean, but I would no thanks. Just no.
I can't smoke before I go work out
See,
because I get
I
sluggish.
get high as shit and go work out.
I get sluggish. I get heavy. Those weights get 20 pounds heavier. I can't
Oh,
do it.
yeah.
I love smoking, but it won't help me work out.
Excuse me. Did you hear that?
That was beautiful. That's signature right
I burp
there.
on my podcast.
Yeah, I was about to say,
just
that's
used-
you.
Yeah.
That's you. Now you're kicking. Yeah, now you're warming up.
Yeah.
Can I get one of these right here?
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you, sir.
I'll tell you, I definitely, I feel better now. Now that we smoked a little bit, had a couple of White Claws. Now if I can just crack off a couple puns, we'll be fucking going.
Oh yeah, go for it. Yeah, give me. I was gonna ask
Oh,
for
I can't
examples.
force it. If I try to think
Make a
about it,
pun.
they don't come.
Oh man. Yeah, because I don't exactly understand how that comes up naturally.
It's a gift.
Okay. All right. We'll just keep our ears open.
I'm also like obsessed with it. I think they're very fun. I don't do them on stage or anything, but I like doing them on pods.
What do you what do you do on stage? What do you think you do?
I do storytelling.
Yeah, me too. There you go.
When I first started, when what do you do comedy? No, okay. When I first started, when everyone first starts, you're like, well, this is what I like, but I don't know if I could do because I've always before I did comedy, my favorite comedians were storytellers.
Mm-hmm.
That's like I was like that's just I loved like Ron White and fucking just like the true Nate Bargatze, like the true pure just storytelling, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And Bert Kreischer or early Bert was way just all stories. Mm. And I was like, but I don't know if I can do that I was like, how do you do that in 3-minute open mics? I was like, I didn't know how to figure that out. So I was trying to do, first of all, I was trying to do deadpan for some reason, because I love Nate Bargatze, who was kind of deadpan.
So you'd go up there just kind of...
I would do no emotion, but I think I was also really nervous. So I think that helped, because now I'm like very like, I'm like way more myself now than ever before, like, which is happy to be here, goofy. I'm glad to be telling you guys this stuff, having fun with it. But first, I went through this about a year phase of doing deadpan and trying to write like short little like bits, like not one-liners, but short like 30 to 45 second
like
little
jokey jokes.
Yeah. I was trying to write jokey jokes.
I can't.
And I sucked at it. I was so bad.
'Cause I don't think like that.
I don't either.
Yeah.
And I just was trying to force it, and I sucked at it.
And I respect it, and I see it.
I do too. If
and
you're,
and there's people that's like, that's all they do all day, like that they're just sitting down, and it's like a certain beat to it.
Yeah.
But like the best I can do, and I don't even consider myself funny. I just do it like just to stay sharp at something. But like, yeah, just being true to life, like finding something that I found funny and expressing it the best way possible, right? And just like getting it out like as true to form as it actually happened. Usually there's stories, like something crazy that happened.
Yep.
There's enough of them that if you go into full detail, it would be way more than 3 to 5 minutes. Some of these are like 15 to 20 minute stories, and all you need to do is like live a normal life, and you got like 45 minutes ready to roll,
right?
Yeah,
I've got a my most recent story that I have that I kept. It took me like 2.5 months to get it finally figured out. I like sprinkled a couple one-liners in there, like just punched it up a little bit. But it's a story about me installing a bidet at my house and jerking off while it sprayed up my butt.
I don't understand how those work.
And it turned into a 4 to 6 minute bit, depending on how long I have.
It sprays at your asshole.
It goes up into your butt. It doesn't go in, but it sprays the hole. But
the shit flies everywhere.
No, because you're sitting on the toilet. Like it's a bidet that that you attach to your toilet.
Looking up bidet.
Don't. I'm just trying to imagine, and it just doesn't make any sense to me. It sounds like a mess.
No, it's the opposite. It cleans the mess.
How does it not just get shit like all up under your balls and like everywhere?
It's because it's one straight stream, right? It's like,
and then I heard you can change the force of it too.
Yeah, you got a throttle on the side.
Yeah, so there's like a super soaker.
You can like go wide open, like this while you're wide open.
Your fire hose.
But like and you gotta like move like. You can like get the edges, like the walls, right?
So you're moving. You move. You help it out. Okay, I thought you just sit there and it sprays your asshole. And you're magically
clean. I have I got the cheap one, so it's only got one angle.
But it's better than wiping.
So I wipe first. You always wipe. I wouldn't just spray and be done. No way. That's psychotic.
Okay.
I wipe first.
Okay.
And then I spray and then I dab to dry.
Okay. Wow, that's a whole process.
And let me tell you, now when I poop in public or at work or something, I'm like, fuck, I wish I had the
That's
bidet.
what I wonder. You
Dude,
need like
let me tell
a
you,
public bidet or like a super soaker with you or something.
Dude,
like,
a public bidet sounds
like a water gun. You just
a public bidet. I don't think would be any good.
Is that a possible? We can't Shark Tank that.
Bidet, thanks.
I think it could be a thing. It's a portable one that looks like, you know, it irons man's out. Like it looks like a fucking briefcase, you know?
Yeah, I mean, a portable bidet would also seems gross.
Yeah.
You know, you have to wash it when you're done. Also, though, that kind of would be a good idea, I think.
There's something there.
Yeah.
There's something there. And
But it would be messy. But no, dude, I'm serious. If you ever come by the house, you don't even have to poop. You can just try. You can just set. I've had friends come over that go, dude, you got a bidet? I've never tried one. I'm like, just try it out.
I was at a house party and I saw one. And I was like, man, there's so many people here. But I could have shat and just seen what's going on there because it looked like a good one.
It is amazing, dude. So I have a cheap one, but they make them. They got some that make the water warm. You can have warm water. They got a Japanese one that'll like fucking spin and like fucking plays music and shit. Like it's warm water.
I like wipes.
I like the cold though because it feels good on my hemorrhoids.
God damn it. The cold?
Yeah.
I like wipes.
Do you have hemorrhoids?
I have some sometimes when I eat too much Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Or like if you just sit down too long. You know, just in
Dude,
general.
I once...
You spread your ass cheeks too much.
You want to know about the worst one I ever had?
Okay.
So I have like some outer.
Turn your mustache white.
Yeah. I have some outer ones right now that are pretty bad, but they're not like flared up exactly right now.
Okay.
But dude, one time, so when I was I was welding in Boston, and it was I remember.
I'm keegling right now. I'm scared. Jesus Christ.
June, July. It was June or July of 2021. The pandemic Boston just opened that April, and I got my first like road gig up in Auburn, Maine, and they were gonna get paid to do. It was like a 15-minute set. Hadn't really been getting to do that much comedy besides Providence, and that was that Friday. I went to work, and I shit 9 times that day, 8 or 9, all diarrhea, water, just because I
cleanse.
I drank a ton of whiskey the night before because I was running a show at this Irish pub where they paid me in booze. So I just had a free tab. So I would drink a shit ton of Jameson while I was hosting the show.
Fuck.
And
that's a bunch of food coloring and shit too.
Dude, it was not good. I wasn't in the best of health at the time. And so I shit like 9 times that day, 8 or 9. And I remember the last 2 shits, I wiped and I looked at it and it was dark, sopping wet blood. Just dripping. Like brutal, like I had a wound, you know? Yeah, it was not good. And dude, I get home and I'm taking a shower and I'm watching, there's blood. Like it's not good. And I'm washing and I reached back and felt there was a marble sized, like a rock hard marble right above my asshole, but inside, dude. And then I had a 2.5-3 hour drive to Maine. I had to sit on one cheek the whole way. Like I literally had to keep switching cheeks. It was brutal, dude. And then when I got to the show, I had to go to the bathroom and I just felt it. It was like a marble. It was rock hard. It was bad. It was hard to sit. It was bad, dude. That was the worst one I ever had. And then get this. When it deflated, like when it went away, I was getting farts out of a different orifice. Farts would come out of a different hole. I have 2 buttholes now, kinda.
Welcome to your clip.
God damn.
Yeah, dude. And dude, and I looked at it recently, and it looked like the Predator.
Your asshole?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a nightmare. You know, like, you remember old computer screensavers, the swirly thing that bounced back and forth on the screen? My butthole looks like a twisted swirly thing.
I'm sorry.
Dude, Dude, you don't want to see it. It's not good.
That's not good. How'd you get a picture?
I bent over and looked in the mirror.
Okay, all right. Oh man, fuck.
Yeah.
All right, on that note, do you do that when you after you wipe? Do you look in the mirror?
No, because after I've only looked at it that one time and I haven't looked again.
I always look.
I'm
trying to make sure it's clean.
Really?
Oh
Yeah,
god.
if I can, I will.
Oh, I don't know.
I just waste the extra wipes.
Because I'm also worried because I don't have health insurance.
yeah.
I'm also worried I'm going to see something that I need to have taken care of or something. So it's
Yeah,
like
blood.
It's better. Yeah. Do you guys not have blood in your stool all the time?
Not all the time. Not all the
I
time.
pretty much have blood every time I poop.
Oh
Not like that day. It's not like that day. Like it's not like I'm like on my period. Like it was like that day was brutal.
Oh,
That was brutal.
God. Oh.
I haven't had that since. Yeah.
Okay.
I have a terrible diet, but now I only eat once a day, so I feel like it evens out.
I don't think that's it either. You gotta eat greens.
I had my first salad like 2 years ago.
2?
Yeah, well, I hadn't had one since.
Fuck.
I will.
You don't like rice?
I like, yeah, but I'm not gonna make it.
Rice?
Dude. So I recently got into, this is a new thing I've been doing. I recently got into making eggs.
Recently?
Yeah, I do scrambled eggs. I'll make
God.
myself scrambled eggs because I want to do the carnivore diet.
Oh,
But
no,
it's
don't
like,
do that.
yeah.
No, I don't think you should. With what bare meat, just straight
And
meat.
eggs.
Meat and eggs.
Yeah.
What are you doing now?
Fast food once a day and candy.
All right. Ooh, shit.
But so I've been eating a lot of eggs the last couple, like 2 weeks, it's been 2 weeks on it.
How's it been?
I'm still like, it only makes you feel not starving for like 30 minutes and then you're hungry again.
Yeah.
But it's fun to cook them. Like you feel like fucking, like you're doing something productive. That's cool. And I put little Cajun seasoning and some pepper in there. I make 6 eggs at a time and I make a huge pan of it and I eat that.
Like an omelet?
No, I do scrambled.
Mm.
And I've been really enjoying doing it. And then I bought 2 steaks recently. I haven't cooked them yet because I don't really know what I'm doing. So I'm gonna wing it one day with a pan on the stove. But I want to get a grill because I've grilled before.
You get the weenies. You get some weenies, man. You got
Like
some
hot dogs?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you
slice
microwave
them up,
yours?
Slice them up real thin, and you just pan them, and then you put the eggs in after that.
You ever
That's
done
some Mexican
fried
shit.
bologna?
Fried bologna, yeah.
My
Yeah.
mom used to make that for me when I was
That
younger.
shit gets all toughed up.
Yeah, like it
it
rolls
starts-
up.
Yeah, I seen
That's
it.
a poor white thing.
Spam.
Yeah, no,
Spam and
I
eggs.
never did the spam. You know, my grandpa.
When it's done right.
Spam
Yeah.
done good. Some fucking Hawaiians know what to do with some spam.
Yeah.
My grandpa was big into Vianney sausages,
Okay.
and he would eat them just cold out of the can.
Oh Jesus.
My dad likes sardines.
I like sardines on pizza.
He'll just open the can and eat them with crackers.
Oh man.
Man, my dad. So I worked with one of my first welding jobs was my dad was the production manager at this huge welding place that he had been at for like 20 years, and he got me on there. And I remember he would bring salmon patties to the break room, and everyone hated him for it. Because but salmon,
Yeah.
and he would microwave
I have
it
those. They're
in the
bomb.
fucking break room that's meant for
That's not good.
everybody.
That's fucked
and
up.
people would just not even eat in there, and he would just sit in there by himself, like he thought it was hilarious. Like it smells like so bad.
That's pure seafood. I
Ugh.
love that shit. Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, my grandpa would do that. He'd take oysters right out of the ocean. Yeah. and
Really?
Just, like, fucking pop them right open.
No.
Put a little salt and tequila in them. And he gave me a few like that. I was like a kid. I was like, okay, it's like
I tried oysters
Yeah, it's like
once.
it's like a booger, like a big old
Yeah,
sloppy.
but it tastes like ocean.
yeah, and you get some shell in there sometimes.
So
Yeah.
you like it?
I like it.
Oh,
I'll
no.
fucking go in. I get the whole jar of them. Yeah, I don't know.
You
I
like
don't know what
'em?
it is.
Yeah, I had them in Boston, which is like the place to have them apparently. And he fixed it up. You know, he put So they bring it out in the ice, right? But he put there was like red stuff, and then he squeezed some lemon on it. He like made it up, you know?
Yeah, salt, all
But then
that
at
shit.
that point, it's like, well, what's the point in eating it?
Sperm count.
If you got to cover it up that
Yeah.
much, then why you're not going to tell me you like it?
Nah, I don't know
If
what
you
it
got to
is.
cover it up that
It's
much.
the oceany shit. I like seafood.
I
Yeah.
don't. I when I go to New Orleans, I'm more adventurous there because they do it so well.
Oh yeah, Cajun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I've never. I do fried calamari. I once tried a grilled swordfish, and that was okay. It was a little soury kind of.
Okay, I think I've had like swordfish sushi or something.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan overall. Will you eat freshwater stuff? Will you eat catfish or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Ugh.
Fried catfish.
Tastes like a lake.
Yeah. I don't like frog or nothing like that.
Better than the ocean.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't like turtle or frog. Them fuckers taste like
What
dirty
about
pond water.
crawfish? You like?
Yeah, but that's messy. That's the thing, is little reward for how like tearing this little fucker open.
Yeah. You don't slurp the.
I will, but it's just so much. You have to eat like 40 of those fuckers.
Yeah.
You really do. And
Yeah.
It's a lot, you know, and I like the corn and I like the sausage and shit.
Mm.
But, you know, I like shrimps more. And even then, like shrimps is a lot of work.
Yeah, the only shrimp I would eat would have to be fried.
Mm.
I'll do fried calamari too,
Same.
but that's not like I won't eat the one that's shaped like a fucking full on
Yep.
octopus.
Yep.
Shit. I was
I'm
about
not-
to say, I'll
like
eat
that.
an octopus.
Yeah, no.
Oh.
I'll fucking eat a whole gummy octopus leg. Little bastards. Those little bastards, they deserve it. They're aliens.
Yeah,
Yeah.
did you
They-
watch The Octopus Teacher
No.
on Netflix? He it's just like scientist guy, and he like makes friends with this one octopus,
Oh, that's
and
not
he
good.
goes and like sees it every day for like I don't remember if it was like did you see it?
Those fuckers are
So
smart.
He becomes friends with this fucking
Yeah.
thing, and it gets to where when he goes down there, it knows it's him. It's pretty cool. It kind of gets a little weird like halfway through, and seems kind of like he's in love with it.
He is.
But but it was still a pretty cool documentary.
Man, those things are weird. They're evil. They're like aliens.
They are weird, yeah. Hey, have you ever seen the video where they'll like squeeze into a jar? Like people will put jars on beaches and then they'll like go in them.
Yeah, and they can like solve
They can like
Rubik's
morph
cubes.
and shit.
Yeah, they just hang out.
It's crazy.
Just because they don't have flying saucers and shit, but they're aliens.
They
man.
are, yeah. They're
I
definitely
saw
aliens.
a little octopus crawling on land in a video, and it,
Yeah.
like, something deep inside me is like, you got to kill it. You got to kill it.
You
fast.
just kill it. Get rid of
It's
it.
coming.
We
That's
gotta
a
throw
threat.
that.
That's a threat. Get that. Get it away from my family. Well, shit. Anything you wanna wrap up on? We've been doing this shit for a hot minute. I appreciate you coming out, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
This has
Do you
been
want me to just
fucking
like
fun.
you want me to
Yeah, you
plug?
plug it up, and then we could still go for a little bit, but mostly like just
Please, the one with the red light.
everywhere.
Oh, yeah, that one. Please like and subscribe to the High Noon Podcast on YouTube.
Mhm.
And then you can follow me on Instagram at Mason Smith Comedian.
Fuck yeah! And then you got shows all the time.
Yeah, and also we've been doing Best of Vulcan at Vulcan Gas Company. Get your tickets at vulcanatx.com. And I have a monthly that's about to be a bi-monthly or 2 month. What do you call it when it's be bi-weekly at that point? And definitely would have you on.
Fuck yeah! Thanks, man.
Called Midnight Mass. Me and Munford Davis run it, and you
I
can
love
get those
Mumford.
tickets. Yeah.
That's the big homie right
Yeah.
there. Yeah, he's like a big old teddy bear. Man, oh man, it's something, huh? We've been fucking doing this shit, dude.
Doing the thing.
I remember like since even before, all this got reopened, it was just kind of slowly ramping up. And we were just like, man, we saw it, we felt it.
Yeah,
You
I think
know?
we got here at the perfect time.
That's weird. I don't
Were you
know
here
how this
before
shit
Creek?
happens. No, Creek was already here.
Oh, okay.
I got here and it was already here, and like but I already felt it. Like I'd never felt this comfortable anywhere else.
Yeah.
It's got the nicest, like back there, those vibes. Man,
Yeah,
I knew it was like just to be. I went back there and I immediately started smoking.
Yeah.
I was like, this is so fucking nice. It was before they even had a food truck.
Yeah, oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
Just seeing this shit grow.
I remember doing those. I think it was like, I want to say it was Monday through Friday. Every day we were doing those 5 p.m. open mics on that the backstage
Yeah.
outside.
in the summertime heat.
Like every day.
Yeah, with the fans fucking roaring.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. They only use that for mostly music now. That's what we use it for.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm just happy to be here. It's fucking,
Right? Yeah, same. Yeah, it's cool, and it's. I would hate to have chose to move here any later than I did. I think we got here at perfect time. We're kind of like we know everybody here. It's like it's very fun.
Yeah, because there's a new class of people coming in every time.
It's like it created its own. It did. It created its own new scene that started from the people that moved here.
Yeah,
like there was old Austin or whatever you want to call it, but I mean it became its own thing when all these people moved here. 100%.
It's a different
it's
deal now.
way and it because in Boston there is a scene, right? But you got to drive to all these places. Like it's not like here where you're just walking from place to place doing spots all over, including bar shows and all. Like, dude, Maggie Mays is popping now. The show that Leo runs, that thing, like, that's been great. And I think they're doing like a live podcast now.
Yeah, they're gonna be doing some South by shit over there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that's so cool.
Right across the way from the mothership.
Yeah, just all around.
All of 6 is really hot right now.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I remember when people
People
were
are
getting
barking.
killed. They were shooting people there not that long ago. People were
Dude.
dying every weekend. Somehow they got to calm down.
Dude, when my ex came here, it was her first time coming to Austin. It was back in December.
Yeah.
And that dude pulled the gun on those cops and got shot while we were at Vulcan, and we were doing midnight mass. And Munford comes in the green room and goes, "Hey guys, we're on lockdown. There was a shooting." I thought he was joking to just sort of like I thought he was fucking around. And he's like, "No, seriously, like the front doors we're locked in right now. There was a shooting."
God
I was
damn
like,
it.
"Fuck! She just got here and there's a fucking shooting."
But y'all didn't hear it or anything like that?
No, we were in Vulcan. We were upstairs in the green room, and then it happened.
It happened close by there?
It happened across from Sunset, I think.
God damn.
No, not Poor Choices. It was closer to Sunset. But I saw the security footage of it.
Yeah.
Wild, yeah.
Oh,
This guy like pulled a gun on the cops and then they just lit him up.
That scares the shit out of me. I ran
He
a street
accidentally
mic out
shot a
there.
lady in the head.
Accidentally.
Well, because he was trying to shoot the cops, but he just like pulled the gun out and just started shooting.
Oh,
And
man.
some poor lady got fucking shot in the head. I don't know if she
damn it.
lived. I don't know.
Seems like they got it under control now. I love those horse cops.
Yeah,
helps.
dude, that shit's wild too. Did you see the video of the girl putting poop all over?
Yeah, that's the same chick that I think Derek sucked toes off of. Yeah, he sucked her toes on stage out here. And she went viral probably the
For the
next
poop
week
stuff,
for
yeah.
swallowing horse poop.
Ah.
I was like,
You know, she was sober. I heard.
Yeah.
I heard she was like not even fucked up.
Okay. Well.
Yuck. It is fun to stand outside Vulcan and watch the drunk people like in their nice clothes, just not paying attention, just walk through the horse shit. And then you'll see they either panic or they're just like, fuck it.
Yeah. Eating some falafel.
Yeah.
Fucking A, man. Thanks again, Mason. You a killer, dude.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you, man. Fucking
Thank you, Justin.
cheers.
Yeah.
This has been fun. The Hight Today Show. Shout out to Mason Smith. High Noon Podcast. Go check them out. You guys have a good one. Thank you so much.